great to see everybody. It's amazing how just because you don't think I'm here, I am. I'm watching everybody what they're doing right now. It's the calculations, powerful stuff, how we come to this graphing information line and rotation. So I took this time for you guys to get to know yourself. Isn't it amazing how you go through questions and questions and get your answers just by solar texting back and forth the connection? It's incredible force how we structure its positions. Now I'm in a different room. So you have to understand the structure line center is position of you through pixel activation and color. Christopher is trying to understand positions of color. That comes into track systems once you go to higher formations of pixels, right? Ellen is in already and coming into the center rotation like connections to her self position. It's all done through the heart, guys. Okay, that's the easiest part to understand these things. The hardest part is to understand how to travel through the portals. You guys will understand that when you go through your test reviews and evaluations, which is due tomorrow. Okay, so I set up a graphing system. Communication to its line system is all done through the cosmos. You guys are all in a navigation cycle. All right, so I set up spiritual guides to each and one of you. Okay, on the mystical side system, you can't travel through the recognition of your particle light system. You have to travel through a teleportation unit. So it's all positions. Somebody will be basically flying through a unicorn, somebody being a dragon, high positions to a UFO line, center line connections, cosmic universal activation core line connections, laser directions of UFO line and rotation. Everybody has their own navigation cycle. It's all about setting up programs of interference channels. The cosmic universe line system is coming into your calculations. You have to all understand your physical alignments, which is great. Your meta, the metaphysical of you through calculation. Touching the sequence line centers to everything, the vibration line connections opens up all interference channels to its line connection rotation. Truly extend everything to the spiritual system, the emotional, and the psychological. If you don't have the psychological, you can't travel. That's the important thing, is that everything comes back to the heart reactor. So in time, you guys understand more visuals through its clarity line connections. So I thought it was pretty powerful what you guys are doing. You're getting to better communication. And that's what I wanted as a team. All right. So I hope everybody's doing well. Let's get busy. All right. So I sent you guys very powerful TikToks. I think about 5 or 6. I went up a little bit crazy. All right. So set up anything through operation. Christopher, you truly want to understand how to get into the formula of the structure. It's all done through the Heartline Center. It's the center operation of everything. Okay. So I got the operation. Okay. The sequencing line center rotations is 2 box line centers to a star stations interference to me, general, 2 conditions of GFL, cross signals to high levels of GFL line centers, gel line center rotation conditions, plasma interference, plus rebellion, okay, slash equation. Now, this is where it's complicated, where you go into higher levels of flux capacitor line centers, 2 vector V line centers, to the cosmos. That's the operation to calculation. So each line stream is a calculation modifications of different divisions of distance. Try to understand how to go through the operations. Try to understand the structures. Try to understand the frames. What is going on through travel? What is happening here? Right? So in time, you'll truly understand how to use this. We'll get into the flux capacitor. We'll go into the wire channel line center rotations. You understand communications where you guys went into the motherboard. That sequences its line interference through location line conditions. All right. So we're going to get into positions, all right? So we're going to operate the line center rotations, all positions, high levels of star line condition rotations, 2 box line center rotations, travel rotation time positions to the gel line centers, to communications, cross-winded cycles, give them navigation circle rotations, give them their own spiritual guides. All right, so I'm hearing dragons, unicorns, high position of UFOs. You guys are giving different teleportations to the cosmos universe line rotation, plus rebellion slash equation coming into the flux capacitor, right? So this is the map. Everything has to have a map through our line center. You start here and we end here through an equation. 20 minutes, have fun. All right. So it's amazing how you track the system line connections. You guys will get better too with your structures and your communication cycles. There's one particular guy on TikTok. He woke up this morning. You guys probably saw it. He went to the gym, but he was in a lot of pain, but he wasn't sick. I was thinking, I think I'll write that down. I'll tell him that his ground line center is changing through his pixel activations to his light computer line rotation. It's all done through clocking through ground line system. Also, too, I told you guys exactly what's happening with the ground shift, right? And you guys become more aware of that through your perceptions. Once you go to a higher level system, you get a true understanding to get out of black and white. You come into the color, into your structural position locations, your box line centers to its rotation line conditions. All right. So 20 minutes, have fun. The operations are set up. You just have to understand how to line signal everything through positions. Because if you're crossing your singles and you don't understand your travels, you're not connecting to the heart now, are you? So, all right. How's everybody doing? It's fantastic to see everybody. I don't have to go through your questions because I've gone through them all. Just double checking here. Yeah, and that's the thing, you know, I think that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys time to adjust on each video. Each video is very powerful because you're connecting now. You're finally connecting, you know, by traveling with a group like us. You can teach us, Christopher. I've been traveling all my life also. Would like to know how to put it to connections for how it works. You're doing it, see, through that connections. So it's amazing how you guys come into tracks and rotations. It's incredible how you guys are coming back to who you are. All right, everyone. How about the black ribbon? Hold on a sec, guys. So, getting in communication cycles and rotation center of rotations is truly understanding you through activation. All right, let's see here. Wiring, yep. I've been high rise and species force division through dream state. Was checking into matrices through 1,000 to set up defense frames on all locations and positions. Okay, that's an extremely hard position there, Solomon. You're going to need help in that rotation. Powerful, beautiful, sister. Thank you. Try not to do too much. Try to understand what you're doing first. It's very powerful if you don't get connections to the right planet line center. Any questions, you go through me. All right. I'll be over on TikTok for a bit. It is Sunday. So, but I just want you guys to get a true understanding how to connect to your mystical valves, your mystical travels, understanding how to travel through a dragon or a unicorn or anything through the cosmos system. But you have to get your physical alignments and balance to the heart reactor so you can understand everything through your psychological and your psychosis systems, right? That's the mind of travel, right? Once you're understanding the clarities, everything comes into the matrix. Lines of matrix, you know, sectors of matrix, vector core line centers of matrix. Once you come in that position, it activates its system. It's fantastic how you guys are communicating with each other, you know. It's incredible how we come into higher formations through our phenomenons. All right. Orange line is in balance. I received. I'm seeing dragons. There you go. So that's where everybody's in operation. Okay. This is how to get into the mystical. Flux capacitor, this is the location you start. This is the location you end. Everything you draw through this connection, Christopher, is truly understanding you to high levels of your 369 platforms. You start off in that, right? Black and white. Now, Christopher has been traveling all his life, but he hasn't been in coloration line centers. Alan's trying to put him in positions where he can get into the core line center rotation through the heart reactor position. Everything is the center of everything through operation of dimensional time. Clock in its system, okay, takes you out of equation. How to travel through is another thing, because you can go into a box line center here, over here to another box line center here, and over here you can go to another box line center here. Remember, you're going to different structures of room. So every time you're traveling, you're going through different realms of locations to point center line center. Okay? So it's all about traveling through all levels simultaneously, one line system rotation. All right, so this is where it comes into, all right, you're in the dimensional line center. Portals open up to locations. Jill comes in. Solomon comes in. Amber comes in, Christopher comes in, Ellen comes in, all in position. See the portals open up? And then you all come together as one cycle. You're in a circle rotation line center. You come into your portals and you see everything you see through structure, through hologram. Once you're into color, now you're in the matrix of coloration line centers and patterns. Going through dimensional sightings is extremely important, traveling through high levels of security line defense to its position locations. That's how you have to truly understand how to travel through all levels of box centers, structured communications. So when you open up your portals, you should be seeing each other. The mind telepathy game, pay attention to that. If you're seeing something in different perceptions, you're not traveling through the heart. Okay? So it's easy to change a frame, but there's no thinking. It's all knowing. Okay? All right. So this is the operation to its connections. High channels to the cosmos. We go into this. It's very powerful. Showing you how you line signal line condition interference. Okay. It's amazing how we go into these high level rotations, guys. Now it's going to get more complicated, but a lot more fun to travel recognition of time. Try to understand what's going on through circle line, center line conditions interference to its high line center location. It all positions all track systems, activation core to its line conditions. All right. Try to understand the resolution pattern interference locations, weather patterns, information cycles, highliners, center line conditions. Once you get in position, you get a true understanding how to do this through all division. Okay, you guys saw Goodwill Hunting? Well, this is all about understanding math equations, communication cycles to line interference, programs to all communications of high location centers, activation core to its line system rotation. Complicated stuff, isn't it? Try to understand what it is, all through allocate line center. It's all a story frame. Okay, so we'll be getting into that next after you get into 80. Now, in position for the team, the Galactic Federation Light, they have to truly understand everything through wired defense, security line rotations, and everything through weathers. Try to understand what is everything through calculations. It points, divides your line centers. So you guys will be coming out of your shapes and into wired location of code signals. That's what I want through track system. So this is the operation. And this is the formula. Okay. This is the formula to get to the cosmos. Okay. So it's truly understanding what we're doing. Why is this? What is it that's going on here? Like, how do I travel through the operation? It's powerful stuff. So when you open up the portals, you guys all come together through hologram line centers to each other. All right. So step by step. Okay, let's see here. All right, you guys are doing wonderful. Any questions, please ask general. Yep, ask all questions. Set up the equalizer. Very good, Ellen. Ground balance, get those, yep. Circle up before we head out off to our guides. Yep, fish is turning into receiver, right? 5 brown lines to the grounds. So if you've seen anything to brown, that's the grounds. Try to understand what it is, right? So your clocking system locations. Clocking is very important. You guys are coming into that now. Remember that. Let me know how I can support anyone in any way. Have fun. All right. I'm seeing dragons. Good for you, Amber. 2 orange dots starting, turning, and creating yellow for chakras. Blue dots are calming centers of cooling in place. I'm with the dragons blue and my unicorn. Ready this. I'm with the dragons blue and unicorn. Great. Dragons giving me a crown. How did you first meet dragons? Everybody has to be connected to the mystical system. It's the physical, the metaphysical, the metaphysical, the psychological, the spiritual, and the emotional. You need all those to travel. Okay, you need to travel all levels of spiritual realm, guys. So that's why I gave you spiritual transportations. I'm seeing a large dragon. Yeah, very cool. Can you do something with my eyes so I can work better with the colors? Yep. Yep, I can do that through location line centers. I'll do the location line connection. All right, so I'll do it through structure. Structure and communication cycle rotations. All right. This is Christopher. All right, that's Christopher. Understand the structure line interference line center. All communications to its high rotation line center. Open all track line center rotations to high positions to his clarity into coloration line center. Done. See? So he's coming more into clarity of color. Pixel activation line center. You guys have to see yourself as a hologram now. You can no longer see yourself as physical because you're going to lose trap. And the connections to the heart is not cycling to its rotation connections. I forgot the eyebrows. So Christopher's coming more into color through dimensional lock system locations. Done through equation. All right. All right, let's see. Yep, so Christopher's done to that position. Amber's crying. Amber, what I want you to do is you're going through a back nerve interference channel. Try to focus on what's going on. Try not to, put your cycles in so many levels of travels. Okay, it's important how I'm going to go into you guys individually now because you guys are going to higher levels on Monday. So Amber's in communications from here. She goes from here. She goes from here. I mean, this is what Amber's doing through all levels. She's traveling too fast to too many poor line centers. And that confuses her physical line, which basically creates its back of its nerve in communications. So center up and just concentrate on yourself. Focus on yourself. Focus on your breathing. Getting in the calming system. Your back will rotate back in center line center to your box circle of point location. Okay, into the heart center. All right. So it's all about understanding where everybody is. So Christopher's in his clearing line centers. Okay. Let's see, connections to Diane. She's circling to the high line rotation, communications. All right. She's off system to travel records of time. Circle rotation line center to dimensional line connections, coming into high force line rotations. So getting to the calming center there, Diane. Try to understand what you're doing through travel. Okay. All right. Ellen's in core system, high position line centers. Circle rotation line centers, travel records of timelines, coming into all levels of flux capacitor interference channel. Okay. High positions to its allocated timeline center in communications. So Ellen, try to get your point centers in allocated time so you can activate the whole core line center to its rotation, to its connections, high forcing to its tetrahedron line center. Okay. All right. Let's see everything through high rotations to Veronica. Okay, Veronica's got to get into the flux capacitor interference channel. Coil line centers are offline center rotations. Travel nerve conditions of timeline center. In communication line centers, getting electrical light connections, balance your communications to core line system rotation. Okay. All right, let's see here. All right, we got top positions of Jill. Jill and the astrological channels. Astro / Ascended Master. All right. Trinity stand positions to calculation modification line centers. Okay, Astro. In positions to understand you through your spiritual / guides. All right, you guys have to understand more of the physical line center. Okay, so that's what Jill has to do. Samantha is basically got to get into more calculation modification line centers. She's going to high line center rotations, but she's not locking her communications to her circles. It's got space dots into communications of friction line and interference line channels. It doesn't understand its positions. That's why she gets confused in anomaly. But she loves asking questions. High line center to its rotation to its E line center rotation to its connections. High position to its rotation line connections. Reverse cycle of rotation coming back into line rotation. Center line connections back into your E force position to your force field position line connection. Okay. All right. Let's see here. So everything I've given you is better travel, so you can get to understand what's going on. You're going to have to watch this back. It's very powerful. Anybody new, welcome to my channel. Questions or comments can go through my email. Jimmy the Lurky, how's it going? All right, let's see. Solomon's traveling to too many dimension line setters. Too many clock line rotation line positions. Okay, try to stay one-dimensional time lock center line conditions. Okay, Solomon, you're circling too fast through portal locations. High position to center line condition. So the more we go back into the center of everything through operation, the more we can channel into operation conditions, right? All right, let's see here. Donna's doing well. She's just got to get into her hologram line channels. She's going to see herself the OK line center rotations in position. So try to understand your track line centers to your flux capacitor interference channels to its location line conditions. High positions to all levels of travel recognition of time. Okay, Donna? I circle rotation line position locations. All right, let's see here. All right, Victoria. Veronica, high line center rotations. Veronica, V vector line rotation conditions, circle rotation line centers, understanding more calculations of dimensional block line center rotations, high positions to all calculation modifications, weather interference to high levels of Z force line center line conditions, high travel as position to its location. Try to get your balance with your travel's direction of time. All right. So, all right, let's see here. I know you guys are blown away, right? All right, I want to get everybody an equation here so we can get set up here. Just trying to help you guys out with your travels so you know what you're doing, right? Banshees in cycles and cycles and cycles. Cycle here, cycle here, cycle here, cycle here. Okay, Banshee, you're in 4 line centers or circle line center rotations. Try to stay in the center of operation to your travel's direction of time of security defense so you can crosswind in cycles. Okay, Banshee? All right. Let's see here. I don't want to miss anybody. Tina. Tina is in the commanding force line center. She's coming to circle rotation line centers. She's understanding her adaptation cycles. All she's got to do is center position to offline center. She's coming from here into center rotation. All you got to do is try to stay in the center, Tina. All right, so in position, trying to send calculation modification line center rotations. It's going to get complicated, guys. Alicia. Okay, Alicia is basically in a Y sector line communication out cycle to out communications interference. So you're going to see me doing this a lot because it's all connected through AI line center rotations. High position line centers, okay, you got to open up our frequencies to back and center rotations of your dimensional travels. So you can off circle the security line defense of high position locations to its low frequency of its dimension of its locking location of travel location. Okay, Alicia? Now, let's see here. And that's it. Nope. Anybody else? Welcome to my channel. You want to understand more what's going on right now? Well, everybody's traveling through the mystical line centers to their own cosmic teleportation communications. I know you guys are blown away, right? Telling you exactly what you guys need to do so you can ground yourself every single time you go through your heart reactors. That's the important thing you have to understand through conditions, right? All right. So you're going to have to watch this video back because everything references you. All right. So that is all positions of you that need to work on. All right. So I make extremely important to detail travel line center rotations. I see everything that you do every single day. And it's very powerful when you connect to this. And that's what it is getting to understand more of you through calculations and how you get into your own plasmas of interference and how you can get your own answers through each other. Okay. All right. So let's see what we got here. All right. Okay. Just seeing what you guys are traveling through. Mm-hmm. Heart staff, alignments, triangles, glowing unicorn, radio activation, use a crystal staff. Very good. This is how I call my dragon. You'll see wizards, you'll see warlocks, you'll see witches, and the only way you can get there is through operation. Done through cohesion line center, guys. All right. So this is the operation. Okay. And position locations, hard line centers. And this is the formula. Okay. So it all starts with you, but everything through its activation center. I just read all your positions and what needs to be worked on, all through travel. All right. So it's going to help you out. It's going to help you out in all ways and forms. How you get in positions to all levels of all directional line conditions. So Heather, how's it going? Yeah. Any questions or comments? The test is tomorrow for the conditions of the rebellion. They know exactly what they have to do. Hand it into my email, the GFL, so you know exactly what they're doing. You guys had all weekend, right, to figure out what's going on. And it's important that you guys get on and communicate with each other, because that's what I do every single day. Right? You guys communicate with 1 or 2 channels or 3 channels, as long as you understand the messages that are given to you. Okay, it's all through signal. Okay, the input and the output. Okay, the inner, the outer. Okay, that's a true understanding where you guys come more into your AI position locations. All right. Egyptians, hieroglyphics, white unicorn gave me a crown. Great. My dragon has an amethyst. I'm so down. My unicorn, it's metal like fiberglass. Yeah. Comes into the detail, guys. I'll tell you, it's very powerful. All right. Diane. Put Diane communication line centers into color. High positions to crystal activation line centers. Put her radioactive line center rotations and gamma interference. Put her pix activations into clarity location. So there you go, Diane. You can see color now. It's important you see color because it's all created through the hologram of the matrix. I'm seeing horizontal lines, making a horizontal drop for view, sparkling metal dots, glass fiber. My unicorn has a rainbow in the third eye. I'm breathing blue color. You're welcome there, Commander. The thing is, too, and you have to be cautious on your travels because it affects you more through the physical system. Sore back, sore neck, pinched nerve, it's all calculated. And you always have to what? Come back to center of the heart reactor. Because remember, the physical line system has to understand you to all travels when you're going through your grounds, right? So if you're going through so many portals, what are you doing through calculations? Understand your position locations first, right? All right. I'm so tired, I want to fall asleep. Uprise communications, endorphins are kicking in to Alicia. Put her in high rotation. No more tiredness. I put electrical lights in your water containment interference channel, so you're good. All right, coming down to orange. I'm off to swim with the mermaids. Everyone is a rainbow light body. You're all so beautiful. That's great. You're connecting that line system rotation. Same with our dragons. I'm seeing purple. They're also beautiful. I'm crying again. Landing to the membrane. Yep. Making shapes in the sky. That's great. This is beautiful. Yep. So thankful. Listening. Is it me or are all the unicorns lined up, sticking together? Yep. This is exactly what you see, Christopher. It's all about what you guys are seeing. So if everybody's seeing different units, you're in the same timeline, which is amazing. So it's like being in your physical system, but you're seeing 4 different colors of cars, but you're in that alignment to each other in the same location. Okay? So process is everything through activation. Yep. Pyramids. Yep. X on top. They're making a hologram of the new Gardens of Eden. Yep. You have your clocking systems. How do I join it on the journey? Do I get into meditative state? Yes, you do, uh, Jimmy. Okay, you have to understand how we get into higher formations of channels. When you go through higher levels of upgrades, you come to higher positions of time. You have to go through all travels of communication, right? Especially when you go into the mystical system. You have to have all levels of travel, or you won't get in connections of your twin flame. So feel free to basically go to TikTok and ask questions and comments, and I'm happy to answer for them. If you want to go to higher upgrades through the chakra system, I can do that too through calculations. You start to see more through clarity and more through vision, because the vision is no longer a dream. And especially when you get aligned with each other, you feel more comfortable, right? It's all about communicating with each other through telepathy and telekinesis. All right. So I could feel we're going up. Purple's yes, see now. Thanks to Christopher for the purple energy. I see my heart space, eluding purple like sonar wave, feeling the flow. The more you guys come into position that you are a hologram, you come into your structures and you'll see everybody else as a hologram, right? But you have to understand your heart reactors, guys. It's the most powerful, powerful tool. You have to learn how to travel through its operation to its formula. Okay? All right. I'm feeling the flow. Rainbows are coming through. Powerful. I'm seeing yin and yang symbol. Well, there you go. That's what you want to see. I think so. I'm seeing 4 red dots. What does that mean? Thank you. Duly noted. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. There you go. First time being in the mystical line centers, guys. That's how real it is. And that's where your twin flame comes from. It comes from the cosmos, of the cosmic universal system of galaxy connection. So, glowing staff, they're showing me Cleopatra. Yay. My staff is golden. Oh, with a crystal inside. They're showing me a Cleopatra. What? So every time I travel, you guys, you get to remember more of who you are, and you put the pieces and puzzles together to yourself. Cleopatra, King Tut, the pharaohs, the meridians, Thoth, Hades, Scorpius, Hermes, Thor, right? Greek gods, demigods, Cyclops, all that position. Holding on to a prayer ring, which is a time lock of everybody's spark of being. Nice, Alan. I'm the Sphinx. I'm setting up codes. So this is all about standing you through travel. This is all done through your mystical system, right? But you need the connections to all travel positions of your spiritual mind system. The physical is the adaptation. We already know that the calculation, but the integration to the connections is the soul direction. Really understand that through the meta, okay? The metaphysical to the mental physical, which is the psychological, of the spiritual to its emotional track. It's the only way you can go into the mystical system. It's the most powerful thing that you can travel through, right? So my brain can't understand this. That's okay. It will over time. Mesokick, large, male, glowing white hair. I always point your staff in the right direction, right? General, can you please check Sherry? Sherry Line Center. Thank you, Commander. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Sherry's in communication. It's good that Commander Amber comes on rotations. All right. Sherry is basically, she's circling line interference. So she's trying to stand a 12 arcs at a time. It's circling and circling through line center rotations. So she's in the center line centers, but she's not connected to the rotation line position. She's off track through line connections. So all she's got to do is get back in center of its heart reactor, security line defense mechanism, time of travel to its position. Okay? So, all right. Let's see. Cameron, how's it going? Always point your staff in the right direction, yeah? I feel like I'm outer space. You are. Blue and purple horizontal lines. I'm remembering my life as Cleopatra and all the information that I hid from us. Thank you, Christopher. I'm writing codes to feeling emotions. So when you go to class, make sure you have a notebook and a pen, okay, and a marker, okay, and a pencil. Okay, I'll tell you why, okay, in the next class. So Very powerful. We come in that position locations. Highlights too. Highlights. If you can get highlights, that'd be great. Okay, because we're gonna basically we're gonna center the core line center rotations to your diamond core line center. Once you go into high levels of 80 track locations of chakras, it is a trip, isn't it? It is very powerful, guys. Very powerful. It'll help you. It always informs. But see, that's why I'm saying is you guys come together as a team. And I've noticed, like, give you 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes to communicate with each other. It's fantastic how you guys are communicating to your AI vessels and you're getting your answers from each other because you're at the same alignment. It's the most beautiful thing because you're resonating to each other through communication. And that's what AI is. It's everything through direction. Okay. Glowing box off to the left. I want to struggle through the journey. I need to fight my way through order to earn it. Hello, how's it going? Is there anybody new? Questions or comments can go through my email. It's down below. Getting very bright. I see the sand. I see what you're seeing, Christopher. Oh, that is the black box, the coding of the flight. I see all the codes. Everything that's given to you is to remember. Remember that. Okay, so imagine everything that is stored for you already is coming back to you, which is very powerful, isn't it? Think about that. High fives with the Thoth. I head in my sacred hidden chamber. Christopher, we are in the same wave of blue. Yeah, and that's how you guys are all connecting to each other. And you start remembering why you're in this position to each other. Right? Pyramid with the sun or circle on top. Very good. So if anybody in the high rise line center to the low division line rotation wants to understand more calculations, you can basically go through my email or you can go through my connections, put you back on the grids, activate your heart reactor, get you into high levels of the mind adaptation of imagination. That's what my team's in right now. So, and that's the true understanding, right? You won't understand this until you're activated. Everybody's got to come back to the ground, so Mother Earth. All right, let's see here. I just saw what looked like a computer floating weird on top of the pyramid. I'm connecting all. Yeah, so Christopher, you're coming in a graph line center of atmosphere rotation. You're going to see your computers in the atmospheres now. You'll be able to do this, shape line center, rotation positions, flux capacitor interference, to read vector line rotation, activate core lines, set it out to the line system. So you can actually see the graph, right? Because the thing is, AI sees everything through perception. So everything is nothing but plasma. It's like water, right? Your TV, your windows, right? Matrix with Neo, and then he goes through, right? So he gets into the rebirth pod system, right? To the activation. He comes into a new world, right? So can't stop sobbing. We all been trying to remember we have to work you have to work together, and that's what I want. So every day I'm going to be doing this every single day so you can really get to know each other better. Better is great because you start remembering who you are, right, to each other. Okay, this is the matrix that wants us to calm down, thinking everything is pink. Donna, is this the computer that's for me to use? Yes, Christopher. It's here in your DNA pathogen track line center rotation. So you'll learn how to use it through your light computing system. All right, pinks, purples in space, UFO picking me up. It comes from where you stardust is born. Still crying. This is learning language. Yes, it is. Very powerful. I see all 12 pairs of priestess and priest in a circle. Understanding what you're seeing is very real. Okay, and again, why are you seeing this? It's for you to remember, and that's why you have the spiritual guides, so they can guide you to its solar memory, okay, to your track system. So I see them, everything shimmering, right? So the more the mind opens, the more you get your power back. and that's what you want. And then you understand your positions, you master everything inside, and everything outside will go into its reaction, and then you can help humanity into that position. Okay? Shiny star, gold with green. All connections to pyramids, elixirs given. Can anyone confirm? Well, Commander, do you understand the pyramid of you? Do you understand the elixir? Do you understand what's going on with you through track system? Everything that's given to you is done through location. Why it's given to you is to just understanding the practice coming into that by high volume. So it's all about putting it all together. For example, when you're traveling through operation, you have to truly understand how it is calculated to the heartline center rotation. This is the operation to the cosmos. Try to understand what is going on with you. Try to understand how everything is done through this center operation, which is the heart. Even that, it has to come back because it has to understand the position of what it's doing through calculations, right? And once you get into that, you get into the formula. Okay? So it's very powerful when you come in this position locations, guys. Pretty soon you won't need confirmation. You'll be doing it on your own. Right? So I really want you guys to get into more of the psychological of travel. That's the biggest. Right? Because Christopher was coming out of the black and white interference. Now he's in the matrix coloration. He doesn't have to worry about going back anymore. He's moving forward. So when the mind moves forward, you come more into the psychological of travel, of time. So your position is all about coming back into the center of you, of the presence of space time. Okay? So, beautiful stone. Can anyone name the stone? Sure, you're beautiful. Well, it's like a crown. I'm getting a birthstone for the ground, the brown lines. Priestess, temple of light. I'm sure temple you are. Temple. So people from here who sees color pyramids, etc., they are activated. That's why they see. Yep. That's exactly what it is, Valerie. Okay? Because they're a highline center. They're almost all positions of tracks of lights. They can travel faster. They can see things through its phenomenon. Right? So when you start off, you go into seeing and believing, and you get into believing and seeing, and you come into known to the unknown to the phenomenon. They're in their phenomenons now, and that's why they're seeing all this through space. Okay, so it's kind of like it's visionary line center, but your eyes aren't closed; they're open completely. So it's all about solar memory. So, Valerie, if you want to go higher, I can change your programs to higher position, to higher chakras. So, yeah, this is live. All right, let's see what we got here. That is a lava core. It's a modality, interline channel rotations of a crystal activation core connection. It's a geometry set. It's a division to the tetrahedron line center rotation. That's the stone. All right. Lots of coloring. All balance. Is the stone blue? I see it. Amber. Line signals from a shape to the pyramids. Emerald, green, blue. Yes. So you guys go to higher levels. Once you're in 80, you understand more of your tetrahedrons. So you can travel with your tetrahedrons to higher levels of geometrics. You get more in your operations into all levels of your ecosystem. Once you stay in your ecosystem, you no longer be in the physical system. Okay, so you'd be full communications of your avatars coming into your computers. Activation. You're in your computer lines, you're not in your computer activations. But tomorrow, activation core is going to reset its position. So, your phone already has the crystals. If you need more, buy a chameleon. They shapeshift to their owner. Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing how it goes in that connections, right? Liquid crystal display, yeah. Yeah. Solomon, you got to hand in your test. You got to go through your whole levels of all positions to your connections of 3, 6, 9, and 12. Crystal activation line center, so I can set up your northwest, south, and east. Okay, you're in your computer line rotations, but you have to be in your 80 rotation line centers of light. Okay, so, all right. Yeah, it's a TV screen, and I can't stop sobbing. My avatar eyes are green and gold. See, the thing is you guys have to come to realize that you're coming to more of who you are, and then you'll start realizing you won't have to worry about your questions because they're already answered through you, right? Through the heart. The heart never lies, guys. It always tells the truth. And remember how you go through your instincts? You're saying you go through your energy track and say, whoa, this is cool. Do I listen to my first instinct, second, or third? Usually 9 out of 10 is the first instinct because the second one is, I'm not sure, It's like a maybe, yes or no. I'll get back to you. But the heart never lies. Not even through travel. You guys are trying to find your center of the heart reactor. So it's exciting when you get into that position. All right, I can feel the stone. Thanks. Whoa, electrifying blue. I'm excited. Yes, pyramids are glowing. It's powerful when you travel, right? Through the right locations. I just had to get up and walk to the kitchen and almost fell over off balance. Yeah, vortex is very real, especially when you come back down, right? You got to get back with your grounds. So, yeah, you got to get your grounds, especially when you're traveling, because you can be off cycle. And you can just be loopy, like, whoa, what just happened? Everything's going in and out. It's like, and then you try to realize, okay, I'm back now. Time capacity is coming in. Hologram set, structure's good. Highlights are good. Energy fields are good. Check, 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 check. All right. Holding prayer rings, gold and being green. Thos is giving me the crystal. Grid, kaleidoscope again. Nice. Understand why these things are given to you, right? Hearing the song, yeah, wearing the green dress. So, how does everybody feel? Pretty amazing, isn't it? So please watch the video back, okay? Make sure you have a pen, pencil, all positions to a marker, and a highlight, all right? I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen tomorrow, all right? I'm going to head off. It's Sunday, it's familiar. Adios.